I stayed up all night studying for this test. That's not good. Welcome back to another episode of Is This Going to Be on the Test? My name is Joe Burns. I am a university professor, and I am here to try and help you through your college career. First of all, I only want 10 minutes of your time. And be sure below to like, subscribe, comment, and leave suggestions if the topic today is a little different than the way you do it. But if you can help, that would be great. Studying. It seems like it's this intuitive thing. I should just be able to do it. Like running, like basketball. I mean, all you do is just put the ball through the hoop. Jeez. Not true. It's a skill. And it's a skill that once you're told how to do it, you can immeasurably make yourself better. And you say, well, that's a strong statement, immeasurably. And I'll tell you why it's a strong statement. I have a PhD and people say, well, he's got to be smart. He had to have perfect grades the whole way through school. Oh, no. My high school career was a travesty. I mean, the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I got out, I had to have a C, I guess, but it was terrible. And my freshman year of undergraduate university, I was on academic probation, double secret probation, ladies and gentlemen. What happened was, out of the clear blue, somebody said, how are you studying? And I told them, I do exactly what I see kids do today. I'm going to pick up my notes here. They have everything that they've taken in class. They took notes in class, and they sit and they do this. Have you ever done this? You ever done that? Also, if you do that, have you ever been taking a test and the page that has the answer, you can see the page in the book in your mind, and you try to read the page in your mind and you never can? It seems instinctual. Studying, go to class, take notes, and you're going to do well. No, you're not. Look, studying is a skill and it must be done actively. That thing where you look at the page and all that, that's called passive studying. You're not doing anything. You're just looking at the page and praying that as if you put the book under your pillow, it would just suck the information into your head. You're doing what's known as passive studying. You must do active studying if you're really serious about that. Okay, Joe, what's active studying? You must actually take part. First of all, and this is going to upset people when I say it, but I believe in it wholeheartedly, don't read the textbook. For goodness sake, don't read the textbook. And the reason I say that is if you read the textbook in the same way you read a novel, a fiction, a nice piece of online fiction, something like that, they're not written the same way. And the textbook really isn't supposed to be read that way. It isn't telling you a story that makes pictures in your head. It's facts laid out in a narrative format. So don't read the chapter. Outline it. Get a piece of paper. Well, those spiral notebooks, it's the beginning of school right now. I think they're selling them for 58 cents at Target. Buy a gajillion of them. Go home with 20. Seriously, in all different colors. Take the chapter and look for things that leap off the page. Bold, italic, dates, names, information under a picture, something that jumps out. Why? Because if you read it like a novel and you get all the ifs and ands and buts and ors and thes and he's and she's and all that kind of stuff, it gets in the way of the factual information. So, outline it. Just note. Don't do it in narrative format. Don't write on page 34, it says that this date, this happened. Boom. Okay? Once you have that outlined, and believe me, it's going to take you just about the same time it would take you to read it. Once you have that outline, go to class. Take the outline. Don't sit in class and write notes. The reason is if you're writing all those notes, you're missing a whole lot that the person at the front is saying. So go in with your notes. I have a highlighter and I have a pencil or a pen. I like pencils because I can erase them. But listen to the lecture. Listening. Oh, he mentioned that. Highlight. Oh, she mentioned that. Highlight. Oh, she mentioned that. Highlight. Okay, that's new. Now take a note. Do it quick as possible, because they're going to keep talking. Do it quick. There's many times where I even say, you might want to write this down. There's a darn good chance it's going to be on the test. See, the answer is probably. Once you have the class finished and your outline of the chapter is there, highlights are there, things that he spoke about, things that she spoke about, the additional notes, take it back to your room, rewrite it. You know what? I'm just going to do it on my typewriter. I'm going to do it on my, do we even have typewriters anymore? I'm going to do it on my laptop. No, don't. Different part of the brain. Writing uses a different part of the brain, and what's gloriously wonderful about it, it uses the part of the brain that puts the information into longer term memory. People in music departments are told if you have to sing something in a different language, you got to learn it, even just phonetically, write it again, and it's boom, going to go in your head. Just staring at the paper, it won't happen. Okay? You've now rewritten the whole thing. Now you have what the professor said. Before the test, go back, rewrite it again. And you won't sit there and go, it may take you a little bit more time, but I'm telling you, the information's going to go wham. When you watch Jeopardy and you think, man, those people are smart, it's not just that they're smart. It's not just that they know that information. It's recall. And if you try to do it by just staring at a piece of paper and hoping it just comes into your brain, it's not going to happen. You need to put it into the longer term memory, and that writing, all that writing, that does it for you. Which leads me to, what about staring at the piece of paper? What about all-nighters? Stay up all night, drink lots of coffee and that kind of stuff. It's great. I've done them. I have. Oh, they're terrible. They are the worst thing you can do. Why? Number one, you're sleep deprived. And number two, the ROI, as they call it, return of investment. The 8 hours of sleep that you lost does not help with the facts you're going to remember. How do you know? I know because I've studied how your brain is put together. All of this comes from advertising research into commercials. Given the opportunity, when I say name something, the absolute outmost you're going to name is 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. So if you cram all night, you get 8 facts at best. And you say, no, I remember more than that. Really? Try this. Go to a friend and say, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to answer, and only you. Name as many fast food restaurants as you can. Right now. Go. Oh, he's going to go boom, 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 watch. Seriously. Now, what if he names 10? He might, but I'm telling you, it's going to be, Go to somebody else. Name as many cereals, breakfast cereals, as you can. Right now. Go. Boom, 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 boom. They're going to die 6, 7, 8. Might they go farther? Maybe, but it's a lot of And remember, this is fast food restaurants, which they've known about since the dawn of their time. This is cereal, which they've known about since the dawn of time. Name as many soda pops, colas, whatever you're going. Name as many as you can right now. Boom, 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 boom. 8. 8 is all you're going to get. That's it. Period. And if you think, well, 8's good, okay, but I'm telling you, having that 8 hours sleep and having written your notes out again is going to give you so much more information inside the gray stuff between your ears. One more quick tip. In terms of studying, I've told you to put everything down on a calendar and such. In terms of studying, you really should set aside a couple of hours, at least an hour a night, and that is your study time. And you need to be a jerk about it. I study from 7 till 8, okay? Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Shut your phone off. Don't do any of that stuff. Get into the library. Get away from human beings. And that hour, that's when you work. And I'm telling you, if you have a specific amount of time that you set aside, you're going to do the work faster. Rather than just, whenever it gets done, man, set aside an hour and be a jerk about it. Okay? So that's studying. That's active studying. Are there other ways? I guarantee it. Will some of the things I say upset people? Sure. But that's the way it worked for me. And that's what took me from the worst student to Dean's List all the way through a PhD. Not kidding. And that wraps it up. I'm Joe Burns. It says it here on the script. That's why I said it that way. And this has been the podcast. Is this going to be on the test? The answer? Probably.